Hello, I'm Graham,
Hello, I am Darren.
and this is Film Club number.
I don't know, whatever week I put it up.
I think it's. Oh, right.
Film
Okay.
Club Miscellaneous.
Yeah.
What are we talking about this week, Graham?
Well, we went to go and see.
We're not finished each other's sentences. I know you were like leading that for me to say that then, but that's just too weird.
I didn't think I was. I was trying to remember.
We went to see Sin City 2. A Dame to Kill For.
Well, you just finished my sentence.
Sandwiches.
So, yeah, I think we really enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. I was particularly looking forward to it because I love the first one. The first one is in one of my one of my top 10 lists of all time. I have many top 10 lists, but particularly of films.
What genre of film would you think this kind of falls under?
Well,
Say inter, but in like a kind
it's
of
a neo-noir, isn't it? Not that that's a genre, it's a
sort of like a semi-subgenre.
Well, film noir, people think was a genre, but was actually a cycle of films that just came out in the sort of early days, you know.
You can see how it might be misinterpreted as a
Yeah.
genre on its own, though.
Yeah, I can. But anything that sort of comes out, I don't know when it was, post 40s or 50s, whatever it was. You can see the insight here. Is neo-noir.
Oh, sorry, I had to blow off for a second there.
Did you?
Go on. I had like a dog hair on my head.
Okay. So yeah, so it's something noir.
It's noirish, it's comedy, it's fun.
Was it fun?
It's dramatic.
Oh,
it's fun. The drama's out of this world.
out of this world.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Unbelievable. How did you think it compared to the first one?
It didn't.
It didn't compare to the first one.
It did to a degree. It was comparative in style.
Yes, as in it's identical.
Not all of the actors, but we've, you know.
Well, yeah,
That'll
be my biggest annoyance. So I may as well mention that.
It's been focused on. It's been talked about in the blog. So
I write a blog, not you know. Go and click that so I get a hit. But if you can't be asked, the problem that I had with this is that the first one came out like 9 years ago, which is a long time to have to wait for a sequel. And I've got all the books, like, because I got proper excited when I first saw it. And they have pictures of tits in, so who doesn't want them? And at the end of A Dame to Kill For, the book, it's not really a spoiler alert, this is it, I can say this.
Spoiler alert.
Basically, no, it's not really. Basically, there's an opportunity for Clive Owen to cameo at the end of the story, and he just doesn't for no reason.
That's not... Yeah, it's not really a spoiler alert. It's not really a spoiler because...
Yeah, because I kept it vague and ambiguous.
And you're talking about... Well, yeah. Carry on, anyway.
Yeah, it could be in any... Maybe it's a twin brother, or maybe there's a bit in the series where they watch the croupier on TV.
Maybe.
But he doesn't, and it's annoying. Because Josh Brolin plays his character with fucking stupid prosthetics, and you're supposed to, like... Josh Brolin's, like, meant to be in disguise, and he's, like, seeing characters that he's already seen, and they're not supposed to know who he is. But because he just looks like Josh Brolin, you just think, well, what's fucking wrong with them? Like, it's just Josh Brolin in a pube wig. I can see the difference. Or, you know,
it's Clark Kent all over again, right?
Well, yeah, but he didn't...
Take off your glasses.
Yeah. If he'd have worn glasses, I'd have gone with it a bit more.
That's true.
He just... I don't know what he did. He wore that sort of... It looked like some... He had a wig on his head that looked like... what's that porn star's name? The fat one?
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy, yeah, it looked like Ron Jeremy's anal pubes. And he had, like, Bruce Campbell's stretchy face from Evil Dead 3.
Yeah.
It was rubbish.
It was rubbish.
But,
It just looked like it was hanging off him.
Yeah.
Hanging down, like...
It was like Gravity had affected his chin for the last 40 years and nothing else. And it's just his face was... Or that thing in The Mummy, you remember the Brendan Fraser one? Where, like, when the mummy, like, opens its mouth.
Yeah.
Anyway, it didn't look like Clive Owen, and it definitely looked like... can I say that word? I don't know what I can say, I suddenly realised.
I don't know.
Retarded. You know when I'm allowed to say retarded? You've said you've studied the...
Oh, yeah, you got the verb form and you got the noun form.
Can I say it looks like a retarded version of something?
It's still a bit of a grey area, so I'm going to go with no.
Okay, well, I wouldn't have said that.
We'll scratch that.
It looks like a disabled version of... Can't say that either.
I would just avoid it. Just say it's just a malformed or...
God, I wasn't looking at it from a negative point of view. I was going to say it. Yeah, it looks rubbish.
Or, disfigured or...
Yeah, it's fine. It looks bad. But there was good things about the film.
Yeah,
I really like Powers Booth. I thought he was good.
he was good, to be fair.
I think that in the first film he only got like a few lines, and I've seen him in Deadwood, and he's really good in that as well.
V for Vendetta.
He's not in V for Vendetta.
He is.
Who's he in V for Vendetta?
He's one of the window panel things that he talks to.
That's the Avengers. He's in the Avengers.
Was that the Avengers?
Yeah, because it's Samuel L. Jackson talking to him.
No.
Yeah.
What's that one where he's on a big and there's lots of them?
Yeah, the Avengers.
There's about 5 screens.
Yeah, and one of them's Jenny Agutter.
Well, he's good in that anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have to do much. Probably just read it
He's
off an
just doing the
autocue.
same thing, so he could have,
It was good.
if he did that in any film, then he'd be good. So therefore, he's good just because he had like a minute.
Yeah, but he did more in this sequel. He had time to expand his character, and I thought it was good. Although one of the things that I didn't like was that there's the original books that they filmed, 2 of them, and then they've made up a couple stories, as in new ones, obviously, and both the end of the made up one and the end of A Dame to Kill For, or not the end, but near the end of A Dame to Kill For, both involve Marv being tricked into fighting a bunch of people in a mansion. So 2 stories have a kind of similar conclusion, which was a bit rubbish. I keep saying bad things about it. I really like the sequel.
Yes,
I like Powers Booth. I like Jason Gordon-Levitt. I thought he was really good. And the scene with Christopher Lloyd with Jason Gordon-Levitt was really funny, where he was getting tortured,
yeah, that was good.
but for health reasons, because he was the doctor.
Oh right. Yeah.
What's her name? Eva Green was good, but I
Her
originally
name was Ava in it as well, wasn't
it was.
it? Isn't that weird?
Yeah, she spent most of it naked.
Confused. Yeah, she did.
Imagine if they hacked Eva Green's phone. Be literally no news.
yeah.
Oh, naked pictures of Eva Green. Yeah.
Not again.
Yeah, and
Put them away. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they've just hacked Jennifer Lawrence's and a bunch of other people's phones. I don't know when you're watching this. It could be today. It could be in 10 years from now. That's the beauty of the internet. Anyway, so
But yeah,
yes, it wasn't as good as the
their
first.
iCloud.
Well, whatever.
Yeah,
Either way.
that's where all the stuff was.
Well, maybe you
It was a
seem to know a lot
treasure.
about it.
It's a treasure trove.
Apparently so.
I don't know anything about it.
Well, I don't either.
And it's deplorable to even look at those pictures.
Then why did you send them to me?
I didn't send all of them. Anyway, carry on.
Yes. So Sin City was good, but not as good as the original.
Did you give me
What did you think of the film?
I really enjoyed it. I liked the... Did you like the soundtrack? Was that good?
Yeah, it was just like the first sound. It was like that was the thing. Like within a minute of the film starting, it was like we were back into the sort of world of Sin City, and it's like, why did it take you 10 years or 9 years to do this? It's just more of the same. It's not like there was 9 years and suddenly like they do something amazing. It's 9 years and they've just continued it, which is good because I want more of the same. But also, it's a long time to wait for more of the same. I like Robert Rodriguez, but I don't like any of his films with the exception of Sin City and half of Dusk Till Dawn.
Didn't he have a cameo in Sin City 2?
Yeah, him and Frank Miller were in a scene. Frank Miller's a creepy looking guy.
Yeah, he is a bit.
I'm not saying he is a paedophile, but he definitely looks like one.
If he was to appear on the front of the Echo,
Yeah.
saying,
If they said, I mean, I like his books, but if they said Frank Miller's a paedophile, I wouldn't be shocked.
No.
I don't know anything about him, just from his look. I'm sure he's a lovely man.
Yeah. He's not going to be explored by you, Dream.
No,
Well, maybe not.
I don't know, but I'm not saying he is. And
just
I'm
looks
sure
like
he's
one.
not. He's just a creepy looking chap.
There
And
you
he's
go.
in the film twice. He has 2 cameos in it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was on the TV with Robert Rodriguez, and he was in a bar, I think, earlier on. He was doing something earlier on.
Fair
Mickey
enough.
Rourke was just as good as he was.
Mickey Rourke's awesome, yeah.
Although I don't think his Marv stories were as good as the Marv story from the first. I think that's the other problem, is that all the stories from the original film were better than the stories in this one. Yellow Bastard, Hard Goodbye, and...
What do you think of Jessica Alba's?
Acting.
And what do you think about Bruce Willis's appearances?
I think it's good, but I'd be pissed off if I was Stallone, because he wouldn't do a cameo in The Expendables 3, but he'll do an expandable cameo. he'll do an expanding cameo in...
That should be his retirement film, shouldn't it? The Expandable.
Yeah, that's what he wants the millions for, his expandable waistline.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought Bruce Willis was fine. You know, he didn't really do much, did he?
No?
He was good in the first one. He had like 3 lines in the second one. Oh, I should say my theory about Stallone. Do I have time? It's completely irrelevant to the video.
I have not heard
Right.
this theory.
Okay, I'll
but
say
I've
it really
heard
quickly.
about it, but I've never heard the actual dialogue of it. So
This has nothing to do with Sin City 2.
Oh.
Just what I was talking about Expendables. Right. So Stallone always makes these shitty rubbish movies about idiots with, who shoot guns and just proper morons. And then I said I saw Copland, didn't I? And suddenly, I was like, oh my god, Stallone can actually act. And I said that made his entire career even worse because it proved that he wasn't just an idiot.
Uh-huh.
He actually did know better and he could act. I learned the other day that Stallone is apparently like a massive anti-gun campaigner. You're like, if you've got Charlton Heston at one end of the scale, you've got Stallone at the other. That's our alarm. Say we've done 10 minutes.
Yep. Yep.
So anyway, so you got, still on the one hand, you've got Stallone doing all these like proper like playing idiots shooting guns, and then in real life you've got him saying we probably shouldn't have guns, and then you've got Copland, which proves he can act and he does know better. I was thinking, what if Stallone's entire career has been a satire of like idiots with guns, and he knows they're stupid, and he's just sending them all up, and they're his target audience as well by mistake. So you've got the idiots that he hates coming to see him take the piss out of them. It's probably not the case.
It can't be true.
No, but it could be.
That can't be true.
Yeah, Stallone.
You're giving him way too much credit. No, he's following the money, isn't he? He's trying to look like a good boy off screen.
Maybe
by saying like
maybe just a
he's probably aware of how much attention and kind of positive, attention he's given guns in general by people saying, oh, it gives you power and stuff like that, or whatever, thinking that. And then he's just trying to kind of backtrack on it by appearing good to the press, by saying like, oh, leave guns out of it and stuff like that, like, oh, stay away from them, keep our kids away from guns and stuff. So he's probably just profiting off it, but still trying to look like a good guy. So he's still gets people to come into his film.
I don't think of him as a bad guy because of his action films, unless you're going to draw attention to the fact that he has a completely alternate opinion in real life to what he's presented in his films.
That's a weird.
Bruce Willis shoots guns in movies all the time, but he doesn't go and say the opposite thing in the papers. Although there was Jim Carrey who did Kick-Ass and then didn't disowned it because he didn't like gun crime.
Yeah.
Which I just think was an excuse that he didn't want to do any press. Anyway.
What about Statham?
Have you seen those videos of Statham? If you haven't seen videos of the video of Statham doing the diving before he was famous, watch it. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Because he just keeps belly flopping into the water, and then he gets out and he's prophesied himself up, and they're doing like, I mean, it looks like a good dive to me. I don't know the difference. But the judge is like, oh, that was a bit bollocks. And then it cuts to Stallone, not Stallone, Statham, who obviously didn't know he was going to go on to this movie career. And he's proper gutted, and he's got his head on the wall because he just did a belly flop, and it's amazing.
That's the end of his big career,
Yeah, anyway.
And then he goes into film.
So that's what I thought about Sin City 2.
Oh yeah, Sin City 2. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Oh well.
Not as good as the first, but definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, anyone that says it's rubbish, just ignore them. It's good. Go and watch it. If you like the first one, you'll like the second. If you didn't like the first one, you probably won't like the second. That's basically it.
And you're probably wrong as well. The first one's brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
It is actually brilliant.
It's in my top 10 of all time, as I mentioned at the beginning.
Yeah, top 10 of all of his lists.
Of all my lists. It's in my top 10 list.
Top 10 list of lists.
Yeah, it really is. Anyway.
I guess it would be. Oh well, thank you very much and bye.
Bye.